Okay. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. This is the first inning, and we're live on YouTube and also on Spotify and any platform of podcast that you can listen on. We're there too. Go search the First Inning Radio Show, and you'll find the BX Bomber 2011 along with Roger, the big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, BX Bomber. We are recording on Thursday, and everything is going pretty well. But the Yankees have been mired in a awful slump. They have lost 15 of their last 20, even though they did have a very good win yesterday. But they have really been struggling.
Hey, what's up to Bryson on the check-in, man? Yeah, man, Yankees are struggling, man, and we've been. Bryson knows we've been ranting on Instagram over there with Michael Caputo a lot. You know, he's
Yes,
out.
I've seen it.
you
I've
know,
seen it. Yeah,
and
I've seen it.
man, it sucks that I don't understand how we go from number one to number three. You know what I'm saying?
Well, really,
That's
what has happened is it is just a case of they have had quite a number of injuries. There's no telling when John Carlos Stanton or Aaron Judge will be back. I mean, people close to the Yankees, such as Don Sterling and Susan Wallman, say they have no idea what is happening with Don Carlos Stanton and Paxton
right.
and Aaron Judge, and they don't seem to be anywhere near. Yet there was only about 2.5 weeks left in the season, and we have to get them back. And between the injuries and between the subpar play, many players not performing well, quite a number of players are hitting under 200, and their offense has been poor, and their bullpen has been very poor. So they have been really underperforming. Plus, the injuries have really pulled them down quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, what really has to go on? Okay, now there's 17 games left in the season, right?
Yes,
17 games left in the season, right? So Aaron Boone has to make an audible. You got to do an audible right now. We're gonna play Toronto and Baltimore for these 17 games. How many games? Whatever it is, whatever. But we're gonna play these guys. So we still have a chance to get the number 5 seed if we beat
right.
Toronto. You see? So, but if we keep beating Baltimore, but we still have to win against Toronto. Even though we win against Baltimore, doesn't guarantee us an eighth spot. You know what I
Right.
mean? We have to win against both teams to make it in, to guarantee a spot in there. But Aaron Boone has to make audibles. You got to be like Peyton Manning out there, Omaha, Omaha, Omaha. You know what I mean?
Right.
And let's get
Right.
and we gotta come up with a different strategy. And
Right.
sometimes just say, hey, you know what? They beating us right now. We ain't got no plan. Just go out and play. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? But
Exactly. As of right now, the way our division looks is I have the standings up. Tampa Bay is up there at 28 wins and 15 losses, followed up by Toronto at 24 and 19. The Yankees are at 22 wins and 21 losses. Baltimore is at 20 and 22, a game and a half behind the Yankees for the number 8 spot. Out in the Central, the White Sox are up in first place at 27 and 16. The Indians are second at 26 and 17. The Minnesota Twins are third at 27 and 18. So the Twins are right up there. And Detroit is
the
at
Twins.
19 wins and 23 losses. So they are basically about 3.5 behind the Yankees, and Baltimore is a game and a half behind the Yankees. So this is for the number 8 spot. So right now the Yankees will have to be battling the Toronto Blue Jays, the Baltimore Orioles, and the Detroit Tigers as of this point. As you said, if they can overtake Toronto, then they would have that guaranteed number 5 position. But in the meantime, right now they are maintaining number 8 position with a game and a half lead over Baltimore.
and which is not good
Right.
because Baltimore is on us what, half a game now, or is it a game?
It's a game and a half. A game and a half
A game
behind.
and a half, and we're two
Baltimore's had,
and we're two
go
games
ahead.
behind Toronto, right?
Let's see here. Yes, 2 games behind Toronto, and a game and a half up in front of Baltimore, and about 3.5 in front of the Tigers.
You see, so we have a lot of work to do because the numbers, the central seeds are Cleveland and Minnesota.
The White Sox,
I'm sorry,
uh,
White Sox and Cleveland, right? Are up
right, but
there.
the White Sox are at 27 and 16. The Indians are at 26 and 17. And the Minnesota Twins are also right there. Those 3 teams are all right together. Minnesota, Cleveland, and Chicago are all right
Okay.
together. So that's not decided at all.
Okay, now understand this. Now, Bryson, I know you're watching. Understand this now, right? It doesn't matter what we do here in this season because guess what? When we make the playoffs, Roger, we haven't even played these guys now one game.
Exactly.
You understand? We don't even know these guys from a hole in the wall when we get there. And
Right.
that's even worse for the Yankees because these guys, they can lose it in the first inning, the Yankees, if you have Hat pitching, forget about it. He's easy money in Vegas. You
But
know that?
Hap did have a good start. His last start was very good.
Yeah,
We
but he
have
still gave up the one run in the first inning, Roger. So we
yeah,
always have to. So when Hap is pitching, we're already losing 1-0, even
right.
though the game is 0-0. You know what I mean? So it's
So,
like, go ahead.
so I was going to say after you're done making your point is I'll recap this road trip for us.
Man, I don't even know if I can relive the horror of the road trip.
Okay.
But let's hear it though, so people can understand where we're coming from.
Okay. Well, we did our last show Saturday, and on Friday the Yankees had a doubleheader split with the Orioles. The Yankees won the first game 6-5, and then lost the second game 6-1. And then Saturday evening, after we did our radio show, the Yankees lost 6-1 with and DJ Stewart hit 2 home runs for the Orioles, and the Orioles also had a 5-run 6th inning off of Garrett Cole. Cole was pitching well and getting many strikeouts until the 6th inning, and Frazier did hit his home run for the Yankees run. On Sunday, the 6th, the Yankees lost 5-1 to the Orioles, and Eric Kratz grounded out to score Frazier, and the Orioles did score 5 runs to win the game 5-1 on Sunday. On Monday, the Yankees lost 12-7 to the Blue Jays. Luke Voigt hit a home run in the first inning. Aaron Hicks also hit a home run, and then Rowdy Tellez double drives in a run, and Espinal singles to drive in a run to make it 2-2, and then Andujar homers. And then this is where the bad part begins. Green and Ottavino came into the game and allowed a massive 10 runs to score for the Toronto Blue Jays in the 6th inning, and the Yankees lost 12-7. And then on Tuesday, the 8th, the Yankees lost 2-1 to the Blue Jays, and Jonathan Davis hit a 2-run homer for the Blue Jays, and Tauchman had a sacrifice fly to score the
Yeah.
Yankees' only run, and that Jonathan
Yep.
Davis run it really held up. And then yesterday, the Yankees did have a very good win, with the Yankees winning 7-2. And Gleyber Torres had a home run, and LeMahieu had a home run, and Garcia pitched a very good game. Except Torres did hit except the home run was hit off of Garcia, and Gleyber Torres also doubled, and the Yankees came alive, scoring 7 innings. And Derek Fisher was the one that hit the 2-run home run for the Blue Jays off of Garcia, who did pitch a very good game. And as of tonight, the Yankees are back at home to play the Orioles, with Garrett Cole pitching for the Yankees against Keegan Aiken for the Orioles. And that is tonight's start of the homestand.
Yeah,
And that was
man.
weekend review.
I wish I could. I wish I could be out there, man, at Yankee Stadium. you know.
Right.
But the thing is that I work in a school, so it's like I have to do corona testing now. You know what I
Yes,
mean? So I can't be compromised. So it sucks that I can't go around Yankee Stadium.
exactly. I understand fully. I understand fully. How many times are they testing you a week?
Hmm. Oh yeah, we got the pitching. Well, we wanna we wanna go back to play at Heritage Field though. We might go this weekend to play at Heritage Field. So you might
Oh,
see
okay. Sounds
um um
good.
over the weekend I had a barbecue and
Yes, I was going to mention
seven lakes and a bear stopped the barbecue.
I
Well,
saw I saw
it,
that I saw that on Instagram. On Instagram, that was something. Holy cow!
yeah, I was gonna go live because I had we had set up the batting. I bought a batting tee the day before the barbecue. I found it at Walmart, and I bought a batting tee. We was hitting baseballs off the batting tee, but I forgot to go live with it. You know,
Oh,
but hopefully I go again live on Heritage Field. You know, that's the only thing. Been playing baseball all. If I can't watch it, I might as well play it.
right. How many times a week are they testing you?
It's gonna be once a month
Once a
so
month.
far.
Okay.
You
Once a
know,
month. Okay.
and oh,
And
Giselle's telling me on the way home we saw Kyle Hishigawa in his
oh,
Ford truck. We was right next to. It. It was like, yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you playing tonight or what, man? You gonna get a hit? Damn.
right, right. Well, you're in so close with the Yankees that you have close contact with the players.
Yeah, they gotta
Everything.
know me by now. I mean, they don't know me by name, but they have to know my figure by now because I was always out there seeing these guys.
You
Same
know,
same bikes,
we
and I'm on my bike too at the same time. So they gotta put me with the bike all the time. You know what I mean?
well, we follow them on Instagram. You should put it out, and I should put it out. BX Bomber 2011, the first inning, and put that down on a comment on Giancarlo Stanton or something like that, and see if some of them will tune in and watch. Imagine
Yeah,
if we can get a player to come on.
yeah, that'll be nice, man. Hey, anything is possible, and I want to promote my good friends at Coca-Cola as well.
Oh yes, I have a cola myself.
You
I've
see,
got a
it
cola.
makes baseball even better.
Mhm.
But
But
let's talk about Giancarlo real quick.
okay,
I think he should be trade bait. How do you feel about that?
I'm still not sure. I know. I mean, he is a fantastic player. He's built like an Adonis. He is. I mean, he had that year where he hit 59 home runs. When he can play, he is an outstanding force, a power force. And but the problem is he is so injury prone that he is almost never on the field. So I know the Yankee fans have not really warmed up to him quite a bit, and I think a lot of it has to do with the injuries. But I'm still on the fence a bit about it because I know what his potential is and what he can do, and I can imagine him getting traded and then never getting hurt again. You follow what I mean?
Yeah,
You
that'll
know,
happen. That always happens.
as soon as they trade him. So I am on the fence about it because I know he is very injury prone and he is so built up. You know, it's always muscle pulls with him, except for the time that he got hit in the face with the pitch. But it's always muscle pulls that he's getting, and then he is out for months and months. So I am on the fence about it right now. I really don't know just yet.
So so I guess it's safe to say we can keep him as an official DH at least.
Yeah, I'm afraid so. Yeah, I'm afraid so. I mean, Brett Gardner has had a lot of longevity, and Brett Gardner is one of the players that is underperforming as far as hitting is concerned. There's so many of them. I mean, Mike Ford and Mike Talkman and Brett Gardner, and so many guys are hitting under 200. And so, but Brett Gardner, we need him because there's always so many injuries that he look. You look at the younger guys, that are constantly out. Who's always in there? Brett Gardner.
Well,
You
he
don't
never
see
gets
Brett
hurt. He never
right,
gets hurt, and the reason why he's still a Yankee is because of his glove. You
right,
know, That's the only reason why he's still a Yankee to this day. You know, because of his glove, and he deserves that because he made a hell of a lot of plays out there in left field. So he earns his spot. You know,
And
and he
he's
became
like
a
the
fan
unofficial
favorite.
captain,
Yeah,
because look, I mean, he's in his late 30s now. He's been around for 13 seasons. You know what I
yeah,
mean? He is the influence in the clubhouse.
yeah. I mean, that's how it always should be. I think the veteran player who's been on the team the longest is the one that should be the captain. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like CC was the captain when he was on the team. I mean, they didn't want to claim him that, but everybody knew he was the captain because he was there since the beginning. You know what I mean? Just like Brett Gardner was. So it's like, man, also the Yankees look like they ain't got no fight in them though. You know, they're playing with like nonchalantness or something. You know?
well, when you're playing poorly, as Don Sterling says, no one wants to make an out, even if you're playing in the company softball game. So they are trying. But when they're playing poorly and it looks bad, and they look bad, they look like they don't have energy or they are sluggish. But it really just comes to the fact that they are not succeeding. And when it comes across like that, the optics are that they don't care and that kind of thing. But they really do. They are
Yeah.
just underperforming and not doing well. Like last night's game was a solid game for them, and they looked alive. They scored 7 runs. They hit home runs. They played solid baseball. DV Garcia pitched a good game, and they looked
Yeah.
solid. So it's the optics of how it looks.
That's true. But it's the pitching that makes the team the worst because you can't really play I mean, you can't really blame the players on the field. You know what I mean? It's the pitcher that gives up the 1 run in the first inning. Now we got to work and they can't I mean, that comeback type of play, they've been doing that for the last 2 years already. Coming back from behind and winning games. 2019 was the next man up, and these guys were coming back from behind and winning games. These guys can't do it anymore.
Right.
It's like the
Right.
magic has run out because it's like you buy a car and it's a Ferrari, but every time you drive it, the tire pops. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you don't even want to drive the car anymore. So it's like, man, I have this great Ferrari, but I'm tired of the tire popping already. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's do something about it. But then the thing is, Cashman doesn't help the team. By making some type of trades or something, get different pitchers in there. Because a lot of these guys are horrible. I'm sorry, man. They have a good name or whatever. Like Ottavino gotta go. Sorry. And all these other guys gotta go. They already proven that they're ineligible for any type of play or any situation that you put them in. They're gonna fail. Bottom line. You know what I mean? The only guy you got that solid there is Chad Green.
Right. And even he suffered in that 10-run sixth inning. And really, the thing about momentum in baseball is that it's only as good as the next day's starting pitcher. And where there's momentum in basketball, LeBron James is driving to the basket or hitting 3-pointers. But in baseball, they change the most important person on the field every game, and that is the pitcher. So momentum is only as good as the next day's pitcher.
Right.
And, the pitcher does not have his stuff and gets lit up in the first couple of innings, and it's very hard to come back. It changes the whole strategy of the game, where they will use their lesser relievers. When another pitcher comes in, they won't use their high leverage guys. And it changes the whole strategy of the game if the starting pitcher is off.
Yeah, and you know what too? What contributes to that is that the Yankees don't have a farm system anymore at all. Because this kid Davy Garcia, he was just signed last year. I'm watching him on the big screen like, oh wow, the Yankees signed this kid. He's a up and coming prospect, and now he pitching tomorrow on the team. He didn't even get a shot to get his feet wet, get his arm in there. None of that. They throwing kids in the fire now.
He's
Basically,
21 years old. He's a prodigy. They consider him to be a prodigy. I mean, he's probably going to be in the rotation now for the rest of the year.
exactly. So imagine. So right now, me, Bryson, and you, we can walk up to Yankee Stadium, fill out an application, and we'll be playing on the Yankees by the end of the week.
Well,
That's it.
I'm a little bit on the old side. Maybe if it was 1982, I might be in shape to do it. But now in 2020, I'm a little bit on the old side. I'm just good at
It's
getting
okay.
my walking
It's
and my weightlifting.
No, it's okay. You'll get paid to strike out. It's fine.
Yeah,
Just like
yeah,
everybody else does. Don't worry about
right.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
but also the Yankees are starting a very important home stand now, and they play Baltimore
Oh
for
yeah.
the next 4 games, and then they play Toronto, and they are holding on to the number 8 spot in the playoff hunt. And but there's teams are still within several games of one another, so standings can change. But the Yankees didn't have to. I mean, you saw yesterday's Yes Network broadcast where they had Luke Boyd on there saying we're playing like crap, and they realize it. So I think they can turn it around and start to play a bit better, and maybe move up a couple of spots in the playoff hunt. I don't know if they can catch Tampa Bay now at this point. They're 5.5 behind Tampa Bay with only 17 games left to play, and they're not playing Tampa Bay
No,
anymore.
it's true. It's true, but you got to understand one thing too. Even though if they had Judge Stanton on the team and all that, the pitching is still horrible. You know?
Yeah,
We're still gonna give up runs and we're still gonna feel defeated. You know what I mean? And then, they won't be able to do anything. So you can't really blame the players on the field. You gotta blame the pitching. The pitching is horrible. That's it. It's
the
always
bullpen especially. The
yeah.
starting pitching has been so-so. Middle of the road. The starting pitching has been, but the bullpen, many times they have passed off leads to the bullpen, and their high leverage guys have given it up. Chapman has blown some games, Britton has blown some games, Tad Green has blown some games, Ottavino, and the bullpen has to step up. The Yankees are built around having a strong bullpen, and if they lose the bullpen and the bullpen doesn't perform, then the Yankees are really at a disadvantage.
That's true, man. The Yankees haven't had a solid 5 rotation. I don't know in how long.
Right, right.
I don't even remember the last solid 5 rotation.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. They have Garrett Cole going tonight. And of course, Garrett Cole, he's been middle of the road, but he certainly has not been the ace. I mean, the expectations that the fans were holding this guy up to were incredible. You know what I mean? A
yeah.
$24 million 9-year contract, and they were holding him up to incredible expectations. And he has given up the most home runs in the majors now, 13 home runs.
Yeah.
To them
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah,
So he's
so
been middle of the road.
so was it worth it? Was it worth it to sign this guy for all that money?
Way too early to tell. And this is a crazy year. There's no way you can't really take anything out of this year. It's a year of
Yeah. That's what I
experimenting.
say.
It's a crazy, horrible year, with the pandemic taking place and the economic crisis and the climate crisis and everything else that's going on, the election year, just a crazy year. You can't really take too much out of it.
Yeah, it's going to all depend on next year.
Right.
If he bums out next year, holy cow, we're going to have a whole lot of you're going to have Judge bumming out, Stanton bumming out, Cole bumming out, and then the rest of the team is going to be shot.
His opt out is after 5 years, so Cole is going to be here now, whether people like it or they don't like it. Cole is guaranteed, and he has huge money, $324 million contract. So everyone was screaming to get Cole. So Cole is here now. So you got what you got now.
Yeah. What sucks about it is that, he wants to be a Yankee and all that. He was sold the dream, honestly, thinking that they were going to win the World Series. But in reality, the Yankees are in the rebuilding stages. You know what I mean? They're in the rebuilding stages.
at the beginning of this year, the Yankees, were expected to be World Series contenders. They were expecting the World Series to be the Dodgers and the Yankees, and the Dodgers are living up to their part. They are 32 wins and 12 losses, the Dodgers, but the Yankees, as we said, have underperformed, and they've had injuries, and as we said, on paper they look fantastic, but the games are not played on paper. It depends on injuries and circumstances.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention, did you
Yeah.
see that Atlanta Brave Florida Marlin game? The
Yeah.
Atlanta Braves scored 29 runs. 29-9 was the game.
Major league record. A new
Yeah.
major league record.
Well, I think the record is the Texas Rangers against the Baltimore Orioles quite a number of years ago, over a decade ago. I think the Texas Rangers scored 31 runs against the Orioles. I don't
Wow.
know if you remember that. That was a while ago. That's at least over a decade ago. But
Wow.
yesterday was 29-8. Atlanta Braves over the Florida Marlins, and also the Tigers got defeated 19-0 by
Wow.
the Brewers.
19-0.
Right, exactly. So
See, that's my problem. Like, okay, Yankees make the playoffs, right? What's gonna happen with these teams that we never played before? Are we gonna get blown out 30-1? Because the pitching is horrible.
maybe they'll get blown out 30-1. There's, it's going to be an unknown.
That's
The
baseball.
Yankees have also cut a lot of their staff, a lot of their scouts and everything, because of the COVID-19 year. But they have to get some scouting over to check out these teams. The Houston Astros are pretty much in the Yankees boat right now. The Houston Astros just lost to the Oakland A's yesterday, and the Astros are at 22-22, but they are in second place out in the American League West, so they're in a qualified playoff spot.
Yeah. Damn, that's true, man. But still, it's like, how are we gonna how are we even gonna match up to these guys?
I know. It depends on their seed. If they could end up playing the Tampa Bay Rays in the first round, because Tampa Bay, as of right now, there are teams within several games of one another, but Tampa Bay, as of right now, is the number one team with a 651 winning percentage. And if the Yankees are number 8 and Tampa Bay is the number 1 seed, then the Yankees would start the first round against the Rays, playing 3 games in Florida too, because the Yankees won't have a home game in the first round. The top seed gets all 3 games.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I think if we get the Rays, I think it'll be a little better for us because we already know who they are and we can adjust and do an audible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what's gonna happen when if we get to Chicago, Cleveland, the Twins up there? It could be any one of those teams that we can get to because it's not set in stone yet because those guys can move up and down too.
Oh, yes. As I said, Tampa Bay is at 28-15. Tampa Bay's at 28-15. Chicago White Sox are at 27-16. So 1 game behind Tampa Bay right now, as far as record is concerned. Cleveland is at 26-17. Minnesota is at 27-18. So those things can change around. So there's at least 4 teams that can shift back and forth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So anything can really happen there. So and plus, it's like it's like a 1 game elimination type of thing too. It's like if we get the wild card,
it's the best of 3.
Oh, the wild card is the best of 3 now, not just 1 game.
The way they have it set up now is for the first round, 8 teams in each league will be making the playoffs.
Right.
And they will do it by seeding. It will be kind of a round robin type of thing. They will do it by seeding. The number 1 seed will play the number 8. The number 2 seed will play the number 7. The number 3, the number 6, and the number 4, the number 5. And they will be 3-game series. And the highest ranking seed will have all 3 home games. and that will be how the first round is. And then they will go into the division series and championship series in the same format that we've had for years now.
That's another dilemma to our problem now. Now, if the team with the better record becomes the home team, now we're going to be playing on the road.
Yes, yes. As of right now, the way the Yankees have put themselves in a position where they will most likely have to play that first round on the road against somebody.
Now, you think is that going to play a difference? Because it's not like like normal, like, oh, we're going to play on the road, meaning against their fans, against their city type of thing. This time it's pretty much in an empty stadium, with nobody hollering at you. So I don't know if it really plays a factor or not.
I think there's just a certain amount of magic for the Yankees to be at Yankee Stadium. For one thing, they know the stadium, they know the contours, and they have the pinstripes on, and there's just a certain type of magic for the Yankees to play in the Bronx. And I think there could still be an advantage of them playing at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, it would help the Yankees to play at Yankee Stadium because that'll feel a lot better for them. Right. Driving their own cars to work and all that, and they don't have to be cramped up on the bus on the road and stuff like that.
I get your point. Without the fans in and everything, it takes a certain amount of luster away.
Right, because it's like you're in the same place but just different area. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same atmosphere but just different room.
Right.
Basically, So it's like I don't know how is it a factor. So the Yankees just gonna have to play. I think maybe the weather conditions could be a factor.
Yes.
That's about it because the Yankee Stadium gets a lot of air, and pushes those baseballs out for home runs. In other stadiums, they act differently. The stadiums act differently. So,
and we still don't know if they're planning on doing the bubble thing, the baseball playoff.
That's another problem.
The first round they can't do the bubble because there's far too many teams in. But by the second round or third round, I don't know. I haven't, it's still in the talking stages. Everything is planned day by day, and I don't know if they're planning on doing the bubble. They may be planning on that, or they may not. It's still up in the air.
If they make the bubble like they say, I hope they do it in Yankee Stadium.
Oh, yeah. They would probably do it in California and Arizona type of situation.
I think they're gonna probably do it someplace out. But let's end it here. And it was a great show.
Thing.
Yeah.
I just want to say one last thing real fast. The NFL football season is starting tonight.
Yeah. And it's gonna be with some fans too, So
right.
I want to end it with some words from Mike Francesa and the Pope here.
Hold on.
He's done. He's shot. Bullpen shot. Team shot. Manager's shot. The pitching strategist. Who the hell knows what he does in the first place? Hey, you know what? Just listen. Let the Mets take the bus. Instead of coming north on a turnpike, send it south. Let the 69 Mets suit up tomorrow night. This is a disgrace.
Francesa for you.
Mike Francesa, thank you for watching, everybody. Hey, watch us on Instagram and Twitter. Please share this video if you've lasted this long and give it a like. Thank you for watching, everybody, and so long, and see ya.